Okay, I'm going to start the luxury webinar and I'm going to thank you all for joining us. And I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves as normal. So Polo, tell us who you are, where you're from and what your prize is.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Sarah. My name is Polo. I represent the Riviera Nayarit on Mexico's Pacific coast. I'm originally from Mexico. And the prize, so the prize is a very nice book. It's a coffee table book about Mexican gastronomy and travel. So yeah, a nice heavy book to read.
Super, sounds great. It'd be good as well if you've got the shops and you can put them on the coffee table in the shops. So yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, Polo. And Irene.
Hello, my name is Irene Orozco. I'm Sales Executive at the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism based in London. And the prize I'm giving today is a John Lewis £50 gift card.
Super, thank you very much. And last but not least, Max.
Hi, good morning or good afternoon, everybody. For some, it's good morning, right? We have some US agents as well. So my name is Max Chanturia. I work, I have a company called Clubs and Tour. It's a representation company based in London. And today we're going to talk about gorgeous Eagles Palace and Villas in Halkidiki in Greece. And my prize is a bottle of wine, a wonderful bottle of wine from Fortnum's and Masons.
Oh, excellent. Okay, thank you. Ah, sounds perfect. And can you even pick what color?
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's do that because
yeah,
for me to choose from. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so everybody that's on the webinar today will be entered into the prize draw, but listen out very, very carefully because what we'll do as normal is we'll do the little fastest finger at the end, which will be a question that everybody asks from, they will have covered it on the presentations. Well, if they're nice, they will have covered it in the presentations anyway. You never know, they might be a little bit mean and ask you something that's not being covered. But you will then, if you win that, you'll be entered 10 times into the spin to win. So you get a big advantage. So I'm going to hand over to Polo, who's going to whisk us off to sunny Mexico and tell us all about the luxury offerings. So over to you, Polo.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Let me share my screen then first. Welcome everyone again. I'll share my screen and I'll put my timer on so I don't go over the 15 minutes. So you should be seeing there my screen. So welcome to the Riviera Nayarit. We are basically one of Mexico's newest tourist destination. We are based, located on the west coast of Mexico, the Pacific coast of Mexico. It is a destination that is in the North American markets and in Mexico, a synonym of luxury travel. So it's one of the top luxury destinations in Mexico, and hopefully you will see why in here. So let's go. As I mentioned before, we are on the west coast of Mexico, right in the center of the very long Pacific coast of Mexico. We are, for those who know the other main tourist destinations in Mexico, not far from Los Cabos, which is another very notorious tourist destination here on the Baja California Peninsula. And then Riviera Maya, which is the other one, obviously a quintessential tourist destination, is located here on the Caribbean side. So we are right here in the middle of Mexico, at the same latitude as Thailand and Hawaii. So that gives you already a clue on the type of scenery that you can find there. That is very, very different from other coastal resorts in Mexico. So we are very long coastline, 300 kilometers, so also very diverse. Everything from small fishing villages to beautiful bays, very nice beaches, as you will see. So basically 23 micro destinations. Most of them, or the most known, are located around the town of Puerto Vallarta. So Puerto Vallarta does not belong to the Riviera Nayarit, it's our neighboring destination, but we share the airport. So the international airport of Puerto Vallarta, we are what is north of that international airport. Some famous names that you might recognize more than Riviera Nayarit that are located in the area are, for example, Punta Mita, which is definitely an area of top luxury in Mexico. Also other towns like Sayulita, which is more like a boho chic, but also luxury area, as well as many others that we will see here. So as I mentioned before, very similar to other tropical places here, very green, very mountainous, ideal for nature lovers, adventure seekers, for all your clients who are looking for an escape, a place where to retreat, where to escape from everywhere. This is a very famous peninsula that I mentioned before, that is Punta Mita, where 2 of the 9 golf courses of the area are located. So in here we have 2 golf courses, and also some of the big names in luxury travel, such as Four Seasons and Regis. W Hotel is also located here, and just behind we have another very nice property that some of you might know, also in Manta, which is kind of a landmark also property of the area. Because we are located on the west coast of Mexico, so very nice sunsets that many other destinations in Mexico do not have. So quite romantic place. Also very unusual places and activities. This is just an example. The famous Islas Marietas, which is a UNESCO protected biosphere. Very, very interesting. So all in the area, you will find this type of scenery, kind of where the mountain meets the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, mix Costa Rica with a little bit of Thailand and a little bit of Mexico, and you get the Riviera Nayarit, basically. But also just to mention, there is a very, very thriving local life that your clients will be able to experience when they travel around the area. Very colorful towns, as you can see here. Just an example, which is the Day of the Dead in the town of Sayulita. In terms of the different areas, you have this area that is called Nuevo Vallarta, that is the closest area to Puerto Vallarta and to the airport. So for your clients who want to be in a more developed area with all the comforts of a marina, 3 golf courses in the area. In total, in the Riviera Nayarit, we have 3 marinas. One of them, which is called La Cruz, is the largest and the most modern on the Pacific coast of Mexico, on the Mexican Pacific coast. And in this area, Nuevo Vallarta, you can find all this infrastructure. To mention some names here, we have Gran Velas, that is located in this area, as well as many others as well. And then many other opportunities to encounter with nature. So basically luxury here is also everything related to this kind of escapism that a lot of your clients hopefully will be looking for in the near future. Another very interesting asset, we have a very, very stable and nice weather in the area. So as you can see here in the water and in the outside, very important to mention, all the beaches in the Riviera Nayarit are swimmable, as opposed to other places in Mexico. So all your clients can swim, so a very family-friendly area, of course, because of the swimmable feature. In terms of connectivity, very quickly, I will go through it. From the UK, we have had direct connectivity with TUI from 2014. That's an option. Remember that TUI has a special category that you can also book for your clients who are looking for more space and more comfort, if that's an option. Or another option, definitely, of course, is through any hub in the US or in Canada. We are one of the most connected airports in Mexico, especially with Canadian airports, and also with most of the airports in Mexico. So a perfect destination for twin destination holiday. Where to stay? So we're getting into the hotels. So here you have, on your left-hand side, you have a list of the hotels. As I mentioned before, we have a lot of luxury hotels. We have 5 AAA, 5 diamond properties. We have also 5 virtuoso properties. I mentioned a few before. We have recently received the opening of One and Only as well. And many of the biggest names in luxury travel are heading to Riviera Nayarit. To mention a few, we have a program of developments in the next 2-3 years, including Rosewood, including Ritz-Carlton. We have, to mention a few others from the Marriott Luxury Collection. We have an Auberge property as well in the works there. So here we have a list of the developments. We have the Conrad by Hilton Luxury that has also just opened in 2020 during the pandemic, as well as the One and Only. So there's a lot of options, but there's also some independent boutique hotels and retreats, especially around the wellness and the yoga segments that are quite interesting because of the scenery that your clients can find there. So basically a very, very ambitious and interesting plan for new openings. So you will certainly be hearing about the Riviera Nayarit in the years to come, particularly in Europe, where it's a kind of a new destination that has not yet built that reputation that has probably in the Northern American markets or in the domestic markets. This is another development that we will have there. So I mentioned 9 golf courses. This is one of the most notorious one, Pacifica golf course with a very spectacular green in an island. So quite a feature. I mentioned 3 marinas before, with the most modern marina on the Mexican Pacific coast, La Cruz. And then here, just to come back to the map, it's an area where all these hotels that I mentioned are within a radius of, let's say, probably 1 hour and 20 minutes away from the airport. So very easy to self-drive, very easy to navigate between one and the other destinations. Only one road that is in excellent condition, so really, really easy to go up and down the area. Another of the main features of the area, of course, is the biodiversity that we have there. Especially between the months of November and March, especially that means in the winter, we have all the migrating whales that come from Canada, and also migrating birds that make a very spectacular comeback every year into the area. So that's one of the main features. A lot of activities related to the wildlife, a lot of associations that invite your clients to participate in regeneration of the ecosystem, releasing of turtles, obviously whale watching, and all sorts of kind of nature-related activities, as well as many tours into the mountains for other related activities. Maybe also, and one of the main features of the area is the culture and the tradition. There is a quite thriving local community, including the indigenous people who are called the Huichol, that are always very happy to share their knowledge and their traditions with the visitors, their vision of the cosmos and of the place of humans on Earth. With all that comes with that, a lot of treatments. There's a very popular treatment called Temazcal that is kind of a Mexican sauna, and that you go into a very interesting kind of sauna kind of area, very, very nice, and all sorts of treatments that can be experienced there around the Huichol culture. So very easy to encounter these people there in the ocean, in the coast, and in the mountains as well. Then, as I mentioned before, West Coast means very beautiful sunsets. So all our properties are perfectly equipped to receive weddings and all sorts of events as well. Beautiful gastronomy. It's really, really a very important element of the area, in particular on the Pacific coast. In my opinion, one of the best cuisines in Mexico. A lot of fresh food from the ocean, but also from the mountain. Very easy for vegetarians and vegans because a lot of the ingredients are locally sourced and so organic and low emission CO2 emissions. We have some celebrity chefs there as well in the properties, but also outside. So that's also a quite interesting feature. Very quickly, just to finish in terms of the areas. So I mentioned before Nuevo Vallarta, where we have 70% of the properties, still quite low density in this area. Every hotel here has its own access to the beach, with one of the main of the largest and the longest beaches in Mexico that go into the Bay of Banderas, which is the largest bay in Mexico. Very beautiful bay there, and the beach as well. And then other areas, as I mentioned before, a little bit more tucked away into the different areas in the Riviera Nayarit, with beautiful bays and a little bit more secluded, more exclusive. In particular, the peninsula of Punta Mita that I mentioned before is a very popular for people who want to really be in a quite secluded and private area. So very popular for celebrities, for families, ultra wealth clients. And other places like this one here, the town of Sayulita, that is more kind of this boho chic experience there, with also very nice hotels in the town and around the town, either larger high-end properties or small boutique independent family-run hotels. This is just an example of the new area that is called Mandarina, that is the furthest away from the airport. 1 hour and 20 minutes only, where one and only just opened their doors a few months ago. Rosewood is also going to open there. Another golf course will be open there, as well as a polo field. Really an exceptional area that really feels far away, even though it's not far. Never too far from Puerto Vallarta, the main town there, or the airport as well. So just to summarize some of the key selling points of the area. So the Pacific coast, in particular for European public, the Pacific coast of Mexico is still quite unknown. So this feeling of new frontier, or being the first to visit. All the nature, landscapes, the sunsets that I mentioned before, obviously the weather, the excellent quality of service that is not only particular of Mexico, but also in this area, not only of this area, but in general in Mexico. It's a destination for high and low season throughout the year, very authentic and immersive, ideal for long stays, for digital nomads, for slow travel, sabbaticals, and very easy to combine with other areas in North America or in Mexico as well. Here are my contact details, and I will share all this information as well as some videos and a lot of information after the webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Polo. Yes, we've had a request from Celine to share that map that showed the different regions. So yeah, that would be great if you could send that out to everybody as well. So great, and great news to see all those luxury hotels opening up soon, sort of into 2023. Very good news. So yeah, we'll keep ourselves posted for that. So thank you, Polo. Irene,
hello.
You're now going to whisk us to Grand Cayman.
Yes, let's go. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully you can see it now.
It's just coming. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, well, let's start. As I said before, I'm Irene. I work at the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism London office. So from here, we mainly work with the UK and European markets, but of course, anyone from any other part of the world can, of course, contact me as well. I'm going to start with the location. The Cayman Islands are located in the Caribbean, more precisely Western Caribbean, between Cuba and Jamaica. We have 3 small islands, as you can see. Not very big, especially if we compare them to the big Cuba nearby, but still they have so much to offer and so much to do. I always say that they're like good perfumes, in small bottles, but very intense. For example, we have over 135 nationalities living in these small islands in the middle of the Caribbean, 365 different dive sites, literally a dive site for every day of the year, and over 200 restaurants. All are amazing. You have from the fine dining experiences to the humble but absolutely delicious food cooked in a shack by the beach, and everything in between. The currency is the Cayman Island dollar, but the US dollar is widely accepted pretty much everywhere. And in terms of temperatures, as you can imagine, we're in the Caribbean, so it's not usually an issue. And how to get there? Well, from the UK and continental Europe, there are 2 main options. The first one is flying from London. We have direct flights 4 times a week with British Airways from London Heathrow. There's a touchdown in Bahamas, in Nassau, but you do not disembark. It's just a 45-minute stop. And then from there, you fly for another hour to Grand Cayman. So if you're, let's say, in France or Italy, you will fly to London, and then from there, you will take the direct flight. The other main option is flying via Miami. We have same-day connections from the main airports in the UK and continental Europe. And then, of course, from North America, we have quite a few connections, regular connections. And it's also possible to create twin centers. For example, you could do a New York Cayman or Chicago Cayman, of course, Miami, Toronto, and in the Caribbean, we also have regular flights between Havana and also Montego Bay and Kingston in Jamaica. And these are our islands. We have 3: Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, and Little Cayman. Grand Cayman is the largest island and the main entry point for travelers. All these flights will arrive into Owen Roberts International Airport. As you can see on the map, we have 2 separate areas on Grand Cayman. The west, where we have the 7 Mile Beach, which is considered one of the most beautiful beaches in the Caribbean. We have Georgetown, which is the capital of the Cayman Islands, and also we have the airport. So this area, let's say, is more when you have the hotels, the restaurants. Also in the capital, you have duty-free shopping and quite a few museums and art galleries. And then if you go toward the east, it's more the local Cayman, let's say. It's more about cultural natural sites. We have mangroves, we have caves. The Queen Elizabeth II Botanic Park is beautiful. And then the little Caribbean villages with colorful houses and flowers and plants everywhere and things like that. And just as a reference, between one side of the island to the other side of the island, it takes around 1 hour drive. The driving is very easy. We have literally 2 main roads around the island, so it's very difficult to get lost. And the driving is on the left-hand side, same as in the UK, because it's an British overseas territory. Some pictures. These pictures are taken with phones by our team in the UK when we go there. It's been a while, but when we go there, we take photos. And I like to share also like the real thing as well as the typical marketing photos. And then we have what we call the sister islands. So the 2 smaller islands, Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. These 2 islands are a bit farther from Grand Cayman. They're around 80-90 miles away. And the way to get to these 2 islands is by plane. There are several flights connecting the 3 islands every day. So usually they depart from Grand Cayman. They stop on, let's say, Little Cayman. Then they go to Cayman Brac, and from Cayman Brac, they go back to Grand Cayman. The flight is very short. Usually takes around 35 minutes from Grand Cayman to any of these 2 islands. And between the sister islands, it's only 7 minutes flight. It's the shortest flight I've ever taken. And this is Cayman Brac. Cayman Brac, it's the nature's lovers island, perfect for soft adventure and you know, things like hiking, of course, diving and snorkeling. You can explore different caves and also bird watching. And Little Cayman is little, actually quite small, only 10 miles long, and it's very close to the Robinson Crusoe experience. It has a population of around 160. It's really this feeling of being in a really secluded place. We have 2 main resorts, if you want, and quite a few private villas and things like that, but it's not overcrowded at all. So perfect for relaxation, social distancing, and quite easily you could be on a beach by yourself if that's what you're looking for, and it's beautiful. And also we have in front of Little Cayman, we have Owen Island, which is completely uninhabited. You can kayak there and you can spend some hours there, maybe having a picnic or maybe snorkeling. So it's a very nice activity to do while you're on the island. But also out of the 3, I think Little Cayman attracts many divers because of one of their sites, dive sites called Bloody Bay Wall. That is considered one of the best spots around the world for diving. Again, some pictures so you can have an idea how the sister islands look like. And because I don't have much time, I'm going to go through a few highlights about the destination, things that I'd like you to remember if possible. The first thing is that we are a luxury Caribbean destination, so you could expect, of course, the beautiful beaches and the hotels, fantastic service, but we also offer an abundance of experiences and attractions. So if you're the kind of person, or your clients are this kind of person that likes to relax by the pool or on the beach and do nothing, that's perfectly fine. We can offer that, absolutely. But also, we're not, nothing against it, but we're not an all-inclusive destination like where you stay in your hotel the whole time. The experience in Cayman Islands is leaving your hotel, going out, exploring at your own pace, maybe hiring a car, go around, having dinner in one restaurant one day, going to a shack the other day. And yeah, I think it's part of what Cayman means in terms of travel. Some pictures, as I was saying, we of course have beautiful, beautiful beaches. For example, this one with the starfish is it's called Starfish Point. It's in the northern part of Grand Cayman, and part of the fun in this in this site is actually looking for starfish because there are plenty. Of course, we're in the Caribbean, so you can expect the Caribbean charm as well, from the traditional and historic buildings such as Pedro St. James. We have festivals, of course. We have a carnival, but also we have a Pirates Week in November, celebrating the pirates' heritage of the islands. But also, as I said, the bird watching, and also you can find very unique species such as the blue iguana here, only found in a very specific area on Grand Cayman, nowhere else in the world. They're protected, almost extinct, but thanks to our recovery program, they're recovering at the moment. And as again, natural sites such as the Crystal Caves here, that are beautiful. And also very unique and unforgettable experiences. For example, you can swim with wild but very friendly and gentle stingrays in Stingray City. It's a sandbar in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, around 20 minutes away from Grand Cayman, so the largest island, where you can meet these guys. They gather in this area. There are many of them, because fishermen used to stop here when they were coming back from the day at sea. They would clean their catch here. They would throw away back to the sea whatever they didn't need. So stingrays have very good sense of smell. They would come, and now, you know, every time they see boats and they see people, they know that, you know, they mean no harm. And actually, at times they give free food. So they always come, and also they're very affectionate. They're like cats. They swim around you, and it's very lovely. Also, we have helicopter tours, submarine tours. One of my favorite things is the Bioluminescent Tour. So in a bay in Grand Cayman, we have this phenomenon where you can see the plankton reacting to movement in the dark. And for example, when you're paddling, you're in a kayak and you're paddling, or you put your hand in the water, you move it around, you see thousands of fairy lights, sparkling lights around you, and it's really beautiful. And also we have 7 phantoms. It's a rum that is very unique because it's the only one in the world produced underwater. So maybe you can go and have a tasting as well. And also we have a very vibrant culinary scene. We're frequently heralded as the culinary capital of the Caribbean. As I said before, over 200 restaurants, from the Michelin star, because we have Michelin star chefs with restaurants on island, from the Michelin star experiences to, you know, the humble but absolutely delicious food, you know, by the sea, probably fresh fish, confitures, and things like that. And also we have an extensive farm to table movement and some foodie festivals. For example, Cayman Cookout. It's an annual festival. Every year we have it in January. It's organized by Clipert, which is a 3 Michelin star chef. And basically they gather him and other Michelin star chefs from all over the world, reunite in Cayman and organize different activities and workshops for a week. And it's very lovely. And some pictures again, just so you have an idea of what the standard in Cayman is. As I said, you can have, higher end experiences and also, more affordable but still delicious dinners and lunch. And finally, some suggestions in terms of luxury accommodation. As I said, we are a luxury Caribbean destination. We do have mid-range options, and also because we're a very important dive destination, also some dive resorts. But this is where we specialize, I would say. So I would go through a few options very quickly. In the higher end, we would have the Ritz-Carlton and the Kimpton Seafire. I'm pretty sure you know these brands already. So the Ritz-Carlton is more the traditional luxury, whereas the Kimpton is more contemporary luxury, if you want. Both of them are on 7 Mile Beach, beautiful hotels, quite a good capacity as well. And also both of them have a penthouse for, let's say, for a bigger group of guests. Then we have Marriott's, the Marriott and the Westin that are more in the 4.5 star range. Again, both of them very beautiful hotels, both on 7 Mile Beach. I mean, nothing that I can't, nothing I can say about them at all. And then we have smaller hotels, more independent, more boutique. For example, we have the Caribbean Club that is a mix between boutique hotel and a condo, because actually what you have is suites with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms or villas, but still you have the services of a hotel and even a fantastic contemporary Italian restaurant downstairs, Luca, which is actually one of the locals' favorites on island. And also we have Palm Heights, also on 7 Mile Beach, that has 52 rooms. It's more intimate, and it has a beautiful pool area and a beautiful stretch of the beach. And it has a wellness and healthy lifestyle focus. Then for those who work with villas as well, and we also have condos, we have Luxury Cayman Villas. It's a company that manages a portfolio of luxury villas around Grand Cayman. They have around 25, 30 at the moment, and all of them are absolutely stunning, as you can see here. Each villa has a different character, a different design, but you can expect a higher standard of quality, of amenities as well. Access to the beach, pool, and very, very nice things, especially if you have like a multi-generational family, like rooms, game rooms for kids and things like that. And of course, you can still hire extra services such as private chefs and massages, private groceries and things like that. And finally, in the sister islands, as I said before, we're talking about much smaller islands, but still we have some good options, more in the boutique side of things. Little Cayman has the Southern Cross Club, which is actually the oldest hotel on Grand Cayman. It was the only one for a long time. And as you can see, they have very beautiful and colorful bungalows on the beach. And then in Cayman Brac, we have Le Solidor, a boutique hotel that has their own farm, and what they serve is farm to table, and it's lovely as well. And coming soon, some new developments, including Mandarin Oriental, a Hilton, a Hyatt, and a Hilton Indigo. And that was it. Just to let you know before I finish, in terms of COVID-19, Cayman Islands are doing very well, pretty much COVID-free at the moment, but we're still hoping to relax the protocols, hopefully in the next few weeks. Vaccinations are doing very well as well, so it's a matter of time, but know that the destination is very safe. So hopefully I can give you good news soon and welcome people back very, very shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Irene. What was the little lizard called? The little blue one?
Pardon?
What was the name of the little blue lizard? I missed it when you.
The blue iguana. The blue iguana.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Never saw any of those.
Yeah, they're very cute, and also they pose for the pictures. You know, when they see you, they look at you like this.
Good selfies. Okay, well, thank you very much. That was brilliant, and good to see again some new hotels that are being built as well, ready to open. So Max, we're now going to go to Greece.
Yes, we're flying from Mexico through Cayman Islands via London to Greece now.
Yay!
And by that rum they produce in Cayman Island, am I correct? The rum was produced underwater?
Correct. Yeah.
We need to plan a trip to Caymans.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Let me know.
Okay, let me kick off because I've got 10-15 minutes, so I could briefly introduce you or to update you on what is happening at Eagles Palace and Villas in Greece. Many of you, of course, especially our European partners and British partners, know the property quite well. So let me just put it on full screen. Sarah, is it working? I hope so.
It is, but you've gone on to a funny thing. Yes, now it's working.
Yeah, so now it's not that. Okay, cool. Let me start. So Eagles Palace and Eagles Villas, we are one of the most luxurious properties, one of the most upmarket properties, hotels, resorts in Greece, actually. And we are the only SLH, the only small luxury hotel in northern Greece. So Eagles Palace is a family-run 5-star beach resort, and it's located on Athos, so the peninsula, in Halkidiki. So if you know Greece a little bit, just imagine the map. I don't have the map here, but you know Halkidiki exists or consists of 3 peninsulas. So we are on the 3rd peninsula called Athos, and it's a monastery state, and it's nestled amidst lush Mediterranean gardens. So we are the only 5-star hotel on that peninsula. So on both sides of the hotel, you wouldn't see any other properties where this is 5, 4-star. So we are the only property in that area, and it's about 1 hour 30 minutes by private transfers from Thessaloniki Airport. Otherwise, I always say it's depending on the driver, because 145, 150 is when you get our shuttle transfer from the airport. Otherwise, how to get to Thessaloniki, you probably know it. We have plenty of British Airways flights from London. There is also EasyJet that is flying from London and Manchester. Ryanair is flying also from London and other cities from the UK. And it depends, of course, on the program for the upcoming season. I know Greece, we haven't made it to the green list, unfortunately, but we are hoping, or we're almost confident that we will be there in about 3 weeks. As you know, the green list will be reviewed by the UK government every 3 weeks. So hopefully we will be able to start welcoming your clients as from 1st of June. So as I mentioned, Eagles Palace is a family-run resort. So this is a beautiful image just to show you how wonderful the beach is. The beach is fantastic, and it's split into 2. So we have an area for adults only. So actually it's a resort which caters for families, but also for honeymooners, also for individual, for single travelers. So this part of the beach is for adults only. So it's a quiet zone, and this is already a little bit buzzier area, more buzzier on the beach. So we will have here a beach bar, but also a water sports center, and also the kids club. So in total, we have 157 rooms, suites, and bungalows. Bungalow is a stunning product. You can see it from here, if you can see my mouth. Stunning product. All those bungalows are overlooking the beautiful Aegean Sea. Some of the bungalows are with private swimming pool. So it's a mix. So it's something in between a suite and a private villa. But also 4 years ago, we launched stunning product at Eagles Palace. It's called Eagles Villas. So above the property, above the hotel itself, we have 42 villas, junior villas, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 1 3-bedroom villa. So it's in total 42 villas, and it's been a very popular product already, but now moving forward because of the pandemic and because of the extra privacy which is sought by our guests, the villas are going to be even more popular than before. As I said, we are on that stunning, beautiful peninsula called Athos, and there are the monasteries. Let me just show you the image, stunning image of the monasteries. So we're just 4 kilometers from that area. It's a holy land for Orthodox Christians. So if you are very much into history and ancient architecture, we can organize for you a trip by boat. You can go and see those monasteries from the sea. If you would like to visit it, and go and see it in person by land, then it can be a little bit difficult because only males are, because these are male monasteries. Unfortunately, females are not, or ladies would not be allowed to visit these monasteries. But once again, they look stunning from the sea. So we'll just get you a yacht, little boat, and you can explore the area from the sea. Let me just show you the beach. The beach is stunning at Eagles Palace, and it's got the blue flag of the European Union, meaning that the beach is one of the cleanest in the Mediterranean or in Europe. It's a little bit shallow in the very beginning, so 2 or 3 meters. It's shallow, meaning that if you have families with kids, with babies, with toddlers, it's a safe place to be. And then after 3-4 meters, you can already have a proper swim. The sand is fantastic, even when we are fully booked, and normally, of course, it will be during August. This is the high season I think in Mediterranean in general, in Greece and at Eagles Palace. We have plenty of sunbeds, etc. And each sunbed will have a button. So if you would like to have a drink, or if you would like to have lunch, a snack, you just press the button and our personnel will be there, you know, to accommodate your order. Again, this is an image of our beach bar right on the beach. The image was taken obviously early in the morning, so you don't see any people, but it gives you an idea how you know, how big the area is, and also how safe it is between the sunbeds. So we have a proper protocols in place, of course, because of the pandemic. The more information about the pandemic and the you know, the regulations and protocols we've implemented on property, I will send it to you by email. I won't have too much time to talk about it right now, but all that information will be sent to you in due course. And what I also wanted to mention is that if you are based in one of those destinations that will require PCR test on return from Greece, for instance, if you have, I don't know, will be traveling from Greece back to London, and in London you will need a PCR test to show to the authorities, this could be done on property at Eagles Palace. So you won't need to go and find a center to do the COVID test. This can be done by our medical team at Eagles Palace. In terms of accommodations, very briefly, because we've got quite a number of categories, but I wanted to show you an image of one of our bungalows. It is understated luxury. It's all calm colors. We are not competing with the beautiful nature of Halkidiki. You know, it's all very understated, white or calm white colors, a lot of blue, and then you open your balcony or a terrace, and you have beautiful islands right in front of us. Very calm bay of the Aegean Sea, and there are also other peninsulas of Halkidiki that you can see from your accommodation. At Eagles Palace, we would have garden view rooms, but also sea view and seafront, and obviously seafront will be the most expensive. The garden view, of course, it's the most cost-effective option for your clients. So all those views will be reflected in our rates. Very important to mention that at Eagles Palace we have fantastic family rooms. So if you cater for family segment, Eagles Palace will be a fantastic option for them, because family suites will have doors you know, between a living area and a bedroom, so that the parents can have privacy. But also we have fantastic suites, private suites with private swimming pools on the ground floor and with the private access to the beach. Again, for families, but also for couples, this is an ideal option. If your clients are looking for that extra privacy, then it can be done at Eagles Palace. Otherwise, they can book a private villa with us at Eagles Villas. And this is the view. So the property itself is about maybe 8 to 10 meters above the sea level. So again, from your accommodation, especially if you've got seafront, you have the most magnificent, stunning view of other peninsulas and islands which are right in front of us. Very important to mention that even though we are just a little bit above the sea level and there are some steps to go to the beach, we have also elevators or lifts to take your clients if somebody wouldn't like to, you know, have like a 10, as I said, 10 meters down by steps. So we could always, you know, accommodate those clients who would like to take a lift and come right down to the beach using the elevator. So it wouldn't be a problem at all. The Kids Club is one of the best actually in the Mediterranean. This is our Explorers Club. And the Kids Club is from 4 months up to 12 years old. And it's open from 10 o'clock until 6 p.m. From Tuesday to Sunday. But also if you would like to have a nanny in the evening or during the day, we can also arrange nanny services for your guests, of course. We have beautiful swimming pool. This is the Cayman swimming pool, the public swimming pool with a swim up bar. It's right on the beach. Again, beautiful place to hang out and have a drink, but then it's literally 2 meters and you are in the ocean. So it's your choice what you would like to do at Eagles Palace. You can enjoy the pool or just like me, hang out on the beach. The gastronomy, you know, we have on property at Eagles Palace 5 restaurants, and I mean the hotel is very well known for its restaurant. This is Camaris Restaurant. It's a fine dining restaurant. So the menu here is created by our Michelin star chef. The setting is the most romantic setting, in my opinion, the most stunning views. Again, you are on the deck overlooking the Aegean Sea under the pine trees. And it's a fine dine cuisine here. And as I mentioned, it's a la carte, stunning views, fantastic service. And this is how it looks inside. All the restaurant will have, of course, inside area, but also outside area. And during the most of the season, we serve, of course, outside because of the fabulous weather that you would have in Halkidiki. Then there is an Armira restaurant. It's right on the beach. It's a true Greek taverna on the beach. The chefs will be cooking in front of you. It's Greek cuisine. And it's, again, one of my favorite places at Eagles Palace. You have your lunch here. The lunches in Greece, if you've been there, they are very long, 2-3 hours. You can enjoy 1 or 2 bottles of local wine, which is fantastic in Halkidiki, and then you can have a swim and come back. So this is a very nice place to be and to relax during the day, but at night it becomes a beautiful seafood restaurant, a very romantic place on the beach as well. We have also a beautiful Vinum restaurant with stunning views of the Aegean Sea and again other islands right in front of us. And this is Melodrama Restaurant. This is where, you know, like each hotel will have a heart restaurant, like a center. So this is the restaurant where we serve our breakfast and dinners buffet style, and this is for those guests who are on half board. So your breakfast and dinner would be served here, or breakfast only. So again, the breakfast will be served here, and this is where you have your meal. Again, stunning views, lush gardens, and a beautiful Greek sun. Again, and I say this is my favorite, and then another one is my favorite. Actually, all the restaurants at Eagles Palace and the villas are my favorites because each place is very unique, caters different type of cuisine, and gives you a different type of atmosphere, which is amazing. We have a fabulous spa. It's a Lemmy Spa, and this spa was renovated about 2 years ago. So if you've been to Eagles Palace and you stayed with us and you saw this spa, we used to have that completely changed. So we have, it's much extended area now for the spa, and we do offer quite a number of treatments outside. Again, moving forward because of the pandemic, there is, as I mentioned, quite a number of treatments that we can organize to take place outside or in your villa. The water sports center, we have it right on property, so you can pre-book everything via your tour operator or through our concierge service, if you prefer to book directly. And again, the beaches and the area, there is so much to explore in Halkidiki. The Water Sports Center would provide a plethora. I have a wonderful menu. It's also on our website, what we can offer to your guests. But one of the most important things as well is that this PADI certified, and that your guests can also dive in Halkidiki and explore it underwater. We do not make any rum there underwater, not yet, but your guests can dive in Halkidiki, and it's a wonderful experience. We have also a plethora, again, of the entire collection of boats. You know, when you're in Greece, especially during summer, during high season, and you're there with your family, with your kids, or with your relatives, you stay at Eagles Palace for 10 nights, for instance, or for 2 weeks, then you would like to do a lot of site, and Greece is all about yachts and boats and go and exploring the area. So we have a few boats on property that you could charter with captain or with a skipper, or otherwise we can give you, if you have a larger group, we could arrange a boat for you and for your party, you know, to book and to go and explore. Again, through our concierge service, so you could do through a tour operator through whom you book Eagles Palace. And look at the waters at Halkidiki. I mean, it's just to die for. We have a small island right in front of Eagles Palace, and it's our actually beach club. It's about 5 to 10 minutes by boat to get there. So this is the Eagles Palace boat, and we'll take you to that island. This is the island. So what we would have here, it's an amazing experience. We would have sunbeds, a couple of cabanas, and then a boat would bring you there with your family. We will serve lunch there, maybe some drinks, depending on you. It's all tailor-made, of course. And then you could spend 2 or 3 hours here just hanging out. The beach is fantastic. The waters are stunning, and the boat stays with you as well. Why the boat stays with? There are no facilities because we don't touch these islands. You know, it's very important not to build anything there. So if you would like to use the facilities, you could use it on the boat, on the yacht. And also we leave the boat with you, with the skipper. So if there is some kind of emergency and you would like to get to the mainland, so the boat will accommodate you, and it will take you back to Eagles Palace. But once again, it's just 5 to 10 minutes to get back to the hotel. Fantastic experience, and I always recommend it to our guests. Beautiful. And I know that Sarah is going to ask me to hurry up. Just a few minutes more. I wanted to talk about Eagles Villas. So as I said, 4 years ago, we launched this beautiful product, 42 private villas with private swimming pools, gorgeous decks, you know, for sunbathing and also for alfresco dining. Each villa will have a butler on call. So if you would like to have a golf buggy to go down to the hotel, or if you would like to have something ironed and to have a room service or anything that you would require from a butler, you just press the button and butler will appear. Obviously, he or she is not in the villa. Again, and from each villa, you have most fabulous views of the Aegean Sea. And again, the pools are there. The pools can be heated free of charge. I think it's very important. I didn't know that some hotels actually can charge for heating the pools, but we are doing it on a complementary basis. The villas are why they are very unique is because we have here junior villas. So if there is a couple that would like to have a privacy of a villa and they don't want to stay at the hotel and have a room or suite there, then we will offer them a junior villa. It's a very private accommodation with a pool, with a deck, but it's also much smaller than 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom villas, because 2 bedrooms villas are ideal for families. They are on 2 floors. But for instance, junior villa that I showcase right now, this is perfect for a couple, for honeymooners, or maybe just for a single traveler. And again, stunning views. At the villas, we have a separate spa. There is a separate, we have 2 restaurants here, a fitness center, tennis court. So it's like a different property. So you would have a privacy of having, the advantages of having your private villa, but at the same time, you would have also the advantages of the resort. So you stay in the villas, you have all the privacy you wanted, but at the same time, you use all the facilities that are offered by the hotel. And the hotel is literally 100 meters down the hill. Again, there are golf buggies. I would normally, my agency, we go to Eagles Palace, we would normally just walk down to the beach, down to the main reception at the hotel. But if you would like, if you're with kids, or if you're wearing stilettos, Sarah, and you don't want to go down the hill, you'll just get a golf buggy. Please let us know. I will share my details with everybody. If you are planning to come to Eagles Palace, I'll be happy to show you around, or I will ask my colleagues to take care of you. If you would like to stay at Eagles Palace, let me know in advance, of course, and we'll check the rate, or whether we'll be able to help you with other kind of arrangement. But let me know, and hopefully we'll be able to see you and your clients this season in Greece. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Max, and sorry for hurrying you. It's just that I'm conscious of the time. Okay, perfect. So thank you everybody for listening. So what we're going to do now is, as I said before, every single person that's been on this webinar has entered into the prize draw on the spin to win that we're going to do tomorrow. But just to show who's been listening, if all of you can go to chat now and change to panelists and attendees just on the little drop down. And then what we're going to do is each of the hoteliers and destinations are going to just give you a little question. The first person with the correct answer, so this really is fastest finger first, will get entered 10 times into the spin to win that I do for tomorrow. So Max, seeing as you are on now, would you like to tell us what your prize is and then ask the question?
So I have a beautiful bottle. You need to choose red or white. Bottle of wine, from Fortnum & Mason. So I'll get it delivered to you. And the question is, what's the name of the peninsula where Eagles Palace is based? Okay, gosh, it goes so quick.
Okay, so we've got Athos, which is the main reply that we've had.
I think it's Carol Smith.
Okay, brilliant. So Carol's entered 10 times into the spin to win. So well done, Carol. Okay, Irene.
Hi again. Well, my question is, what is the name of the sandbar where visitors can interact with wild but very friendly Southern Atlantic stingrays? Wow, they're fast.
So we've got Stingray City.
Stingray City, yes.
Perfect. So Pamela, you're the first person with the correct answer. So you're going to be entered 10 times into the spin to win. So thank you very much. And last but not least, Polo.
My question. So if someone can name 2 of the luxury properties in the Riviera Nayarit. Any 2 properties. We'll have a winner.
Okay, we've got Ritz and San Regis.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Well, Ritz-Carlton is to open in a couple of years, but yes, I didn't specify.
Yep, you never said, so that's good. So Mia, Mia, you've been entered 10 times into the spin to win. So a big thank you. What I will do is I will send a follow-up. So you've got everybody's contact details. And I will send out the webinar recording as well for you. It will be tomorrow before I can do this because I've got to rush off now. But a massive thank you to Max, Irene and Paolo for coming on and showing us your amazing destinations and hotels. It has been a long webinar, but I'm sure you will all agree it's been a really good one. So thank you guys. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
No,
everyone.
we appreciate your support. You know, you're here for us, and that's what matters. So thank you, and massive thank you to all the agents. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Irene. Bye, Paul.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Max. Thank you. Bye, Irene. Bye, Polo.